latest guidance, we've had to make adjustments to the weekend forecast. And I will just give you a little tease. We can't give you everything. Saturday is not looking like a pleasant day.
Well, that's not good.
Saturday is not looking pleasant.
Let's just stop with the first part of your forecast.
So just please enjoy, take advantage of the next couple of days.
Will do.
All right.
Will do.
All right, very good. We've got friend of the show, Lauren Kostick, in. Come on in, Lauren. How you doing? Your evening going okay?
Yes. Oh, yeah. I got my mics on and everything. I was trying to figure it out there in the corner. So
Yeah.
sorry if I was distracting you.
It's all good. It's all good.
Since this is social media, let's really talk about it. Because as women, we have to like figure out. You guys have your pantsuits that you put it on. Like we have to figure out how does it work with
Like
the dress.
trying to.
So here's
Right?
mine.
Yes.
Mine is on my boot right now, which you can't see. It's a little hidden.
Hers is on her
but
shoe.
We do want to let you know on a technical level, we're having problems on our Facebook feed. So if you're watching or listening on Facebook, go to WTHR.com, go to the WTHR app because we're there. We're just not on Facebook tonight. So let us know about that. So we won't be able to do your comments tonight. So Lauren, tell us a little bit about your story at 11.
Yeah, so it's all about spring break. You know, when we think about last year, we had such a surge in cases after everyone got back from traveling, which is what we usually see, you know, after school breaks. And so my question for the health experts today was, will we see that surge again? And they said, chances are we're going to see a small bump, but not as big as we did last year. So that's really good news. And they say, you know, just try not to keep, you know, try to keep your guard up as much as you can. Wear those masks, which, you know, the TSA, they expanded that all the way till mid-April, so past spring break. So bring those masks and just be smart. You know, if you can be outdoors, which is great. If you're traveling somewhere warm, make sure you're vaccinated and also get tested before and after traveling. So really simple tips, everything we've been hearing for, you know, almost, what, 2 years now?
Over 2
Right.
years.
So yeah,
But
2
this
years.
is different. It's really showing the progress that our society has had as a whole, because this is the first time the CDC is really now saying, do what you can do.
Yeah, have fun, you know, enjoy yourself, but also just be smart. You know, I think we all know what to do by now, and it's time we go take those trips and enjoy ourselves.
Yeah.
Coming up tonight at 11, we're going to take a look at the spring breaks in 2020, 2021, and 2022. Tell you how COVID cases have been over the last 3 years. We're going to get into that. And we're also going to tell you if you need a COVID vaccine before you go on spring break, we've got a vaccine clinic that we'll talk about all that coming your way tonight at 11 o'clock. So disappointed we're not being able to get comments on Facebook tonight for whatever reason we're having. It's a black screen right now. And so okay. Well, I'm now being told by our director we have reloaded and gotten the gremlins out. So thank you for joining us here on Facebook.
I didn't have anything to do with that. Just so you're aware.
And we know there are other options tonight, including the IU game tonight.
Oh,
So, right,
really?
which
Yeah,
is going on right
what
now.
half are
Still
we
in the
at?
first half.
Oh, okay.
First half,
What was
early
the
on against
score?
Wyoming.
I'll have to check that.
Oh.
It's been kind of nip and tuck.
Pretty
Okay.
close.
Yes.
Yeah, so we'll get you a score coming up.
Sure.
Let's talk about daylight saving time. So how do you all feel about being on daylight saving time year round? You know, obviously so many of us as Americans, we've got to change the clocks, spring forward, fall back an hour. We deal with all this. But today the Senate passed a bill unanimously. This Sunshine, let's see, what are they calling
Protection
it?
Act.
Sunshine Protection Act that would make daylight saving time permanent. So
Not until November of 2023.
Correct.
So we still have some time. It's interesting to see how far that we're going to go. First of all, Republicans and Democrats agreed on something.
Right.
Let's get that out the way. This
When I
was a
saw unanimous,
bipartisan.
I was like, okay.
This was a bipartisan effort that they were able to push this through. And I'm like, wow, they must really feel strongly about this. I'm frankly shocked, to be honest. But first of all, I don't think any of this is that big of a deal. But I want whatever is going to give me the most daylight. For me, preferably in the afternoon, evening. That's
help us through this,
so that's basically. And the opinions on this are they're very strong. They're very strong. I'm not advocating either way. I'm just giving you information. But what you said, I think, is what it boils down to. And we're generally talking about the winter months because right now in the summer, if you can't pop the graphic up, so this would be if we stay on daylight saving time like it's being proposed, this would be the sunrise, sunset times during the winter months.
Okay, let's talk numbers. Here are the numbers that people can base it
it gets
off
back
of.
to your point would you prefer to have the daylight in the morning versus later in the day? Because
See, but
let's
look
do a
at-
comparison. All right, so what we're going to do is a comparison here. On the left, that's daylight saving time in the summer, 3 months, in the winter. And then that's Eastern Standard on the right.
Okay, give us a moment to look at it.
We're doing a
Gotta
right
squint my eyes.
now we do a combination of both. From about mid-March to
Okay.
early November, we are on daylight saving time, and then we go back to standard time November through mid-March. Okay, so
So this, let's be clear, because people kept saying this on social media. This is not going to affect our time zones.
well, that is also a topic of discussion because, and I'm saying, I didn't take an exact poll, but there were many, many, many people that said if we go to this, if we go to daylight saving, they would prefer to be in the central time zone.
I agree.
And so
The reason why I agree is because we're at the end of the time zone, and the fact that it's 9 a.m. and I still don't see a sun coming up,
Right.
the sun coming up, that is scary for me.
So that, but if this bill does not pass and we continue to switch our clocks,
Yeah.
then on the right is what you would have for your sunrise during the winter months.
Okay.
Are you with me there? So that would not change. So, but again, I mean, there's, oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard a
People have
lot of people.
and you have to understand something about our state is that up until 2005, we didn't change our clocks. So it's the last, since basically the last 16
Wow.
years,
Right.
we've done that change. You were here before, and when I moved here in 2000, and I kind of liked not changing clocks.
Right. I lived in Hawaii for 3 years and we didn't
never
have
did.
daylight saving time
And
there.
what
so
was
we didn't-
life like there?
Look, you're living in paradise.
How did you manage,
There are no
Scott?
complaints living in Hawaii. How did you
How did you
Yeah, I
manage?
appreciate that. That sounds nice.
I struggled through it. Yeah, so, you get used to not changing your clocks twice a year, which is nice.
Yeah.
But, okay, so
lot
let's
of
see.
people say
Deborah says lighter later. Liz says I prefer it lighter later. Love in the summer when it's 10 o'clock and still light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Teresa says it's far off anyway. Glenn says, Lauren, change your clock for 1 hour.
My clocks still aren't changed on my own. It only takes me like so long to change them, but yeah, I don't know how he knows. but
Hawaii,
yeah.
and then Arizona was the other state.
Yeah, so
that
those
did
two,
it.
and
So
basically the
it
way
does not change.
Yeah, the act will be all states will be on daylight saving time with the exception of Hawaii and Arizona. So
Interesting.
um,
Why did I get a
I've
pass?
always lived with. I mean, I'm from Michigan, so
Yeah,
we've always
Illinois.
had it. Yeah, right. It was like.
But
I
in
don't know,
North Carolina, and I've lived in Missouri, we all changed.
Yeah. Chris says daylight in the morning, please, standard time. And let's see, who else? Kim says sunrise around 9 a.m. just does not make sense to me. This was the point that you were
Yeah.
making, right?
And I know a lot of people brought up their kids. They're worried about their kids
Being
being
in the dark.
in the dark.
Yeah.
I mean, first of all,
That was
I
brought
don't
up a
think
lot.
schools should start that early anyway. That's a whole nother conversation. Because I'm thinking, well, kids are on the bus stop at 7, 8 is even a little
Yeah.
late. Some school starts at 8.
Yeah.
So it's going to be dark anyway.
Right.
it'll be interesting, if it does pass.
Right.
Will there be other changes? Will school districts, that was one thing that was brought up. A lot of folks were talking about the bus stop. So will they make some changes
Right.
to that? Will Indiana lawmakers, I would assume some might
Right.
consider, okay, do we push to the central time?
Right.
So it is definitely an interesting topic of discussion.
I'm kind of shocked it's gotten this much conversation about it. I mean, to be honest, I mean,
So it's passed in the Senate, now it goes to the House, and then the president would have to sign it in order for it to become law. And as we mentioned, it wouldn't take effect until 2023. So, all right, for people that need to know about the weather tomorrow,
so you have
Sean,
a year and a half to get your life. Year and a half to get it together.
Weather cruise control.
beautiful.
Tomorrow, that's it.
70s.
My job's easy tomorrow. We're going to start
Nice.
out in the 40s, we're going to finish in the 70s, and should have a pretty good dose of sunshine.
You writing permission slips for people to take
I
tomorrow
can do
off?
that. I've been known to do that. Yeah.
I'll
I don't-
take one,
I don't know
please.
how much. I don't know how much weight it will hold at your particular.
Right. Good luck with that.
I'll just send it to my boss. Be like, Sean,
Good.
Sean,
Oh, Sean
right?
again.
Sean
Good
told me
Lord.
I could.
Good
Sean who? Who's Sean? Okay.
All right, thanks for joining us here at 10 o'clock, and we'll see you over at 11 o'clock over on Channel 13. Thanks so much, and good night.